And I think, Carl, what I'm hearing you say is that whether you're a leader or a sales professional or whatever, is test this and start to see where you get those visceral responses, right? Where the needle really moves and you get that response almost like you got when we started talking about the movies, where it was like an enthusiastic response and we wanted to go off in different directions and not just answer a rote yes, no answer.
Mhm.
I think you can, when you start to feel that, then you know you're on the right track. And you may not be very good at it in the beginning, but I think that's where AI can help you, is find questions that could be a bit more probing, a bit more intriguing, a bit more curious. Am I looking at this correct?
100%. And what you noticed, and I think what you highlighted there, Tom, beautifully, is the idea that it's not all professional. Oh, we talked about a movie, and then it was like, oh, we're going off the rails. It's like, no, those are the new rails. So
Right.
now follow
Exactly.
the conversation
Right.
in that space and remain curious. And I would tell people, you almost want to think about it, and this is where I get to cheat a little bit, because this is literally my lived experiences as a foreigner in a foreign land. I was interested in the food and the culture and the language and the movies and the way we gathered and why we did those sorts of things. And so if you can go into a conversation and go, what sort of food do they like? What sort of movie moved them? What sort of music has touched their life? Like these sorts of things. Again, when you met another 8-year-old, you're like, hey man, you Braves or Marlins? Are you Georgia Bulldogs or Georgia Tech? Like, these are things like you're sussing out other people. And at that age, it's fun. A lot of times at 35, it's like, oh, now we're in a bar fight. So, you have to be careful with questions.
That's funny. Let's stay out of the bar fights.
That's right. That's right. They're
No.
not as fun as they used to be when we were younger.
No, not at all.
So, what are some other techniques, Carl, that as sales leaders, sales professionals, tools and techniques on the things that you talk about related to curiosity and coaching that we can be applying? I think there's some really good stuff
Mhm.
today we've already got that's applicable right away. So, what are some other good takeaways that we could possibly apply?
That's a great question.